Good hello everyone, and welcome to our impromptu mini road trip Q&A. Chase and I are currently driving back to the west coast of Florida, back to my house. We are visiting with his family over on the east coast, so we just figured while we're in the car, might as well answer some questions. So I asked you guys to tweet me with the hashtag AskAlliStuff a couple questions that you had, so we're gonna jump right in. First question is from Clement, and he asks, what is your favorite landmark in Japan?
Yeah, I would say Ikondo Temple in Kyoto is by far my favorite place in Japan.
Alexandra asks, is Chase ever gonna move back to the US, or am I going to move there with him? That's still to be determined. We're still working that out.
Yeah, the tentative plan is for me to move back sometime this year and make a go at this American life again.
Oh my god.
And I mean, a lot of things are still up in the air for 2016, so we're gonna kind of feel it out. And
if you get a job there or something, then I'll just keep visiting him. Like, you know, we both want to have each other do the best thing we can do and what we want to do.
Right, for our own individual lives, but we want to do it together. So we're just trying to be smart about it.
Millie asks, what is your favorite thing to do together when in Florida? We do a lot of chilling and a lot of eating. Because I feel like when we're in Korea, we do a lot of adventure stuff. We travel a lot in Korea.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like in Florida, it's kind of like our chill.
Florida's kind of our chill time, and there's not quite as much to do, I think, in Florida, but there's still a lot of outdoor stuff to do.
Yeah, we do a lot of kayaking in the springs at your dad's.
Yeah, we go to the springs up near my dad's house in High Springs. We go to the beach down here.
Natalie asks, where was your first kiss? And I know for sure that I was drinking underage at a bar in Tallahassee.
Yes. It was crazy because she was a freshman, I was a senior, and I thought it was awesome. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to this bar, whatever, I'll get my band. Because, like, you know.
He's like whipping out his ID, like, yeah, I'm 21, and like shows it to the
I don't know if it was the time.
He's like, I'll meet you in there.
So I walk in, I get banded, whatever. I turn around to see where she's at, and she's just got her arm up in the air like this. She fucking, like, it was like her second time at a bar in Tallahassee, and she got a band. I'm like, I waited 3 years for this to happen. How did you do this?
I knew the bouncer.
Like, so about the kiss, however, we were at Lower Lounge, I think, the outdoor part of Lower Lounge.
Yeah, which I don't even think is there anymore.
No, I don't. I think the whole strip is like that. Underneath part is closed. I was leaning against this fence, and I vividly remember like Alli kind of approaching me, and we're just like, just giggly enough. Yeah. So anyway, that's what happened, and it was.
It was very Tallahassee.
It was very Tallahassee.
It was very college.
It was such a college first kiss. Absolutely.
Grace asks, what is your favorite album currently?
I would say definitely my favorite album currently is the new Church's album.
Yeah.
I think it's called Every Open Eye.
You played a couple songs for me.
Yeah, the whole album is awesome.
Yeah.
And I love the first Church's album, and it took me a little bit longer to get into the second one, but now that I'm into it, it's, I'd say, even better than the first.
I'm gonna have to give that a listen. Flux asks, what do you guys think about the Speed Chase ship name? How do you feel about that?
I kind of like it. Speed Chase.
Someone called us Ace, like A-S-E, because it's like Alli and Chase.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of like Ace. Speed Chase is okay, but I feel like it's not really a ship name. It's kind of like it's cool, but it's like if you're gonna use, I feel like it has to be the same name. Like it's got to be both our last names or both our first names. Like it has to be, it would have to be like Sparcher or like Keyed or something weird. Like, yeah, I don't think so.
I keyed myself.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
No, Speed Chase, I think it's cool.
Speed Chase is alright, I'm okay with it.
You know, High Speed Chase.
Oh my god. If we ever had a podcast, it'll be called High Speed Chase. And we'll do it in the car.
Going 80 miles an hour.
Going 80 miles an hour.
No, 88 miles per hour.
Daisy asks, do you pour the milk or the cereal first? Who the hell pours the milk first?
Dude, you are insane if
Does
you pour
anyone
the milk
do
first.
that? No, I mean, I actually want to know now. Like, do any of you guys, have you ever poured the milk before the cereal?
The milk would just like splash out when you poured the cereal.
Plus, how do you know the appropriate ratio of milk to cereal? Caroline asks, what is the best thing you've ever eaten and where was it? I want to say something at Longman and Eagle in Chicago.
And it's tough to beat the sushi in Tsukiji Fish Market too.
That's true. Oh my god, the sushi
like
in
melt
Tsukiji's
in your mouth sushi.
That's a really tough one. Also, the dumplings at Boyeong Mandu in Korea are so good.
There's just so much good food.
Yeah, there's no way I could pick one thing. There's no way. Olliebomb asks, what is your perfect pizza? I'm so boring, mine's just cheese. I love cheese. No, maybe white pizza. So like garlic, olive oil, ricotta cheese.
For me, very classic New York style pepperoni pizza.
Pepperones.
Pepperones.
The pepperones.
Yeah.
Tiffany asks, how do you and Chase cope with being so far away from each other? Honestly, it's kind of a process. Like, I am definitely not an expert at long distance relationships, and like, you know, the past year and a half or so has, you know, presented a few challenges. It is very difficult to be so far away from someone. But I feel like the biggest one is probably just communication.
Yeah. I mean, we talk
huge.
every day.
Yeah, we talk every day.
I think that's a big important part of it, is communication.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, it's just so nice to feel like, even though you're not with each other, like you're still able to share your day. And, you know, like he'll text me little photos of Nuna or, you know, of the fortress or whatever he's doing that day. And it definitely makes me feel included in his life there, even though I'm not physically there with him all the time. So.
And I mean, you have to make an effort.
Definitely.
Like, you have to realize that, yes, you're leading two different lives, and you may not be able to share those things like the same life that you would if you were living in the same place, but sharing little elements of your life, it connects you to the other person.
Definitely. You just kind of have to, you know, trust the person. You know, if you love them and you're willing to put the effort into the relationship, you also have to give them the benefit of your trust. And, you know, if they've never done anything to challenge that, you can't be hounding them about stuff. I mean, we're both very careful to try to understand where the other person's coming from if there's a miscommunication. We try very hard not to be very like accusatory. I don't even know how to speak English.
You have to put egos aside.
Definitely.
At some point,
my God.
and just
like
try to understand the other person, put yourself in their shoes.
But that's so true. Like, there's no room for pride. Yeah. There's no, if you want to talk to the person. And like petty arguments and that stuff, like, you got to get that in any relationship, long distance or otherwise. You got to get that stuff out of the way. Carly asks, who is the reigning ping pong champion? Actually, Justin.
I would say
Neither
Justin.
One of us.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we're probably about the same level, but I would say Justin's like a tier above.
I think you're a little bit better than I am, because when we played that game, we were pretty evenly matched, but you still won. I think you might have a little bit higher skill level.
Maybe a tiny edge.
I'm giving it to you. Take it. I'm giving you the championship. Haley asks, Katy Perry or Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift all day long.
That was quick.
All day.
Honestly, I probably have to say Taylor Swift too. I do like Katy Perry, but I think Taylor Swift is like just insanely talented.
Yeah, very talented, great songwriter.
Cami asks, when Chase moves back to the States, will he bring Nuna? Totally.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
There's no way I'm leaving Nuna behind. I've been away from her for 3 weeks, and I'm like, aww. I mean, the girl watching Nuna, my friend Taeyong, who's watching Nuna, she sends me pictures and videos.
She's so awesome. And stuff. She makes you like little like
these little collages and stuff. It's so cool.
Alina asks, what is one thing you both can't live without? Love you guys, OTP. Love you.
I was gonna say we should answer that for each other.
Oh my God, the thing I think you can't live without: books.
That's a good one.
I think you can't live without books. You love to read, and I think it keeps you on an even keel.
I was going to say makeup. And not in a way that's like, you know, she needs makeup to survive, like for appearance wise or something like that. But I think the genuine joy that she gets out of makeup in a very creative outlet sort of way is really important, I think, to you.
It definitely is. I think you're totally right.
And it's almost like a meditation.
It is. It's very much like a self-reflection, self-refinement time for me.
Yeah, it's like a quiet time.
Definitely. Joanza asks, will Chase ever grow a man bun? Yeah, kind of had one before.
I had. If you only knew how long my hair was before.
Oh, I think some people have found photos. I think some of you guys have managed to dig up some photos. Yeah.
I definitely had a man bun, and then it grew into like a full-blown ponytail. It was probably like, you know, nip length before I cut it.
Nip length?
It was down there.
Jason asks, has Chase ever been recognized by a viewer when he was on his own? And if so, was it a good experience?
Yeah, actually the first time happened, I don't know, maybe a week ago. I was in my hometown in Jensen Beach, and I was walking through the mall with my good friend Dan, a girl named Angela who works at Forever 21 in the Treasure Coast Mall. recognized me and said hello, and I said hello back.
Tweeted me, didn't she?
Yeah, I think she might have gotten in contact with you. Yeah, it was a very good experience. I mean, she was super nice, very, very nice. Like, she was eating at the time. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." But no, it was awesome. It was very cool.
I think that's so cool.
I'm glad she said something.
I hope I'm saying this right. Mons asks, will you be making more drunk gaming episodes? And the answer is yes, definitely. It's been so hard to get on a schedule with it because we really do get quite drunk, and it's very hard to do that a lot. And also when we travel, it's really hard to back catalog episodes because we've tried to film 2 at once so that we can, you know, cut down on the amount of times we have to get that drunk, but it's so hard to keep 2 people focused for that long. It's like, it's almost impossible. Plus Justin and I already have trouble focusing. We're basically children, so when we're drinking, it's very hard, but we will definitely be getting back into drunk gaming. Annie asks, how does it feel to know you have so many international viewers? Yo soy de Argentina, por ejemplo. Well, gracias por ver los videos y te quiero, and also it makes me so happy. I think it's amazing that I have so many international viewers and that so many of you guys are so communicative with me. Like, I think it's so cool to be able to share my experiences traveling around the world with you guys, and it makes me so happy when I go somewhere and then someone who has either been there or lives there tells me about their experience. It's just such a cool way to kind of share and interact on such a crazy global level. It just makes me feel so fortunate, and it's been really helpful actually too. I mean, you guys are a great resource for us when we travel. I've asked you guys about places to go and things to do in several cities, and a lot of you guys have come through, so it's definitely very cool, and I feel very lucky to have you guys. All right guys, so that's going to be it for our Q&A for today. Thank you very much to everyone who asked questions, and I apologize if we didn't get to you this time. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and we will see you guys next week for another video.
See you.
Bye guys!